Hey, how's it going everyone? A bit of a more laid-back video today. I just want to do some testing. I'm preparing to make a bit more of an in-depth commentary on battle boots and the changes and why these changes are so significant, because if you don't know, battle boots got a bit of a nerf. Well, that's actually underselling it a little bit, because battle boots received the biggest numerical change I have ever seen in years and years of playing Brawlhalla. I want to talk about that a little bit, but before I do, I gotta get some playtime with it, because I have not played since the patch, which was a few weeks ago now, and I feel like I should be at least a little bit informed about how it feels. What I find interesting about the nerfs, and I'm going to talk about this more in the actual commentary video of it.
I'm watching this back, and I said nothing about this. What am I doing?
What's interesting is you look at just the numbers and it seems like, oh my god, this is a humongous change and they're just gutting it, right? But that's actually not really the case, because it's not just about the numbers, it's about what those numbers represent for gameplay. But yeah, once I gather my thoughts more, get a bit more experience here, I'll organize and I'll talk about it, because it's really not as straightforward as like, I like how I said it was going to be a more laid-back video today. Or maybe I didn't say that, I just imagined that. I guess not. I guess that's impossible for me sometimes. But this is like immediately recorded after the Zariel video, and that one was a bit absurd, so it makes sense. But yeah, what I'm saying is these changes are a bit more complicated than they seem, and they require some more thought. So I got to do that in a little bit, and you know, I get more experience, like I said, with the actual weapon. Like, I think a lot of the struggles with battle boots, and this is extremely understandable, is it's like nobody's fault or anything, it's just the nature of existence, is that part of what made them difficult is not necessarily an understanding of what made them good, but just because they were so new. And so it's the same thing when you're nerfing it. It's like, okay, do we nerf what makes it unique and good and special, or do we leap off the map and then instantly die? It's looking like one of those days. It makes sense what I'm saying though, right? I was not trying to weapon guard, I just wanted the bomb. That balancing things that are so dramatically new gets difficult and it gets challenging, because I forgot I was playing as Rayman. I forgot to jump too. That's 2 deaths in a row in the same place. I'm gonna be honest with you, I seriously thought this was a core. Don't ask me why. Anyway, I was gonna say this is probably gonna be a bit more of a commentary where it's just like more pure gameplay, but I don't know even what I'm saying. But you know, probably a good thing to let me breathe a little bit, and I am scared about getting recovered here, but that's a whoops. I think I made what we can call a little bit of a boo-boo there. This map is very glitched, and perchance I failed at something a kindergartner, that is a hard word to say, would succeed at, which is counting to 3, the number of jumps that you have. But you know, we all make those mistakes, and this is all about learning, you know? I'm huffing the pack hard is what I'm trying to tell you. I missed. Okay, now I know this is a Rayman. I got my head screwed on tight from the beginning, and no mistakes will be made starting from now. I promise it's not on purpose. Which, you know, that's actually kind of worse. That's actually more embarrassing. Don't go away, weapon spawn. I was trying to do that in time, and I backdashed and
Stand what?
Every little thing is gonna be bees. I just got this sinking feeling in my heart of hearts that something wrong is gonna go seriously happen. And what? And give me this bomb, please. This is where I feel at home. Anyway, point of this video, which I'm only getting to now apparently, is that I do want to try out these new battle boots, and I want to commentate a little bit about my thoughts as I'm using it, because the biggest thing that I'm noticing right away is that I am excellent at edge guarding, and that this Sair, it's no longer having true combos on the ground, and you no longer go nearly as far with it. That's like the big number difference, is the 40 less fixed force. You can see in the orange they barely go anywhere there, which if you've played battle boots anytime recently, you're probably like, oh, that's just normal. But once again, for me, this is like the first time I'm doing it. But yeah, I do love battle boots so much. I'm interested to see like what's really different. How can you get away with certain strings now? Because you can send people this way, and maybe you can I don't know, if you can bait a jump there, you can get a recovery. You can do a bit of a jump read there, get a ground pound. That bounced off the wall really weirdly. I don't understand. But again, that's, I guess, sort of the point of this. Battle boots are a weapon that's really like, if you feel like you're flowing and you feel like you're, I tried to help. I tried to help. Really a weapon where it's so flowy. Like, it feels so good when you're moving and you're mixing up your opponent and you're hitting them with the alternate options that they don't expect and everything like that. And this is just a circus. Do I have an elephant horn? Not really. What I think is nice is that at least so far in these whatever few games that I've played, the active input Sair change doesn't really feel like it messes with that flow, you know? You're just not getting like 3-hit, 4-hit true combos, which I think we all knew were like not gonna last forever, and were probably a bit of a maybe oversight because the weapon didn't have that much damage, and maybe it's like it needed this, but now it's in maybe more of a string weapon state where there's a lot of gaps and everything. You gotta get some more reads. I don't know though. I could be wrong. Maybe it does really mess with the flow. I could be talking out of my popliteal fossa, which is your knee pit. if you want to know what that is. This is like first impressions redux, first impressions prime, so they're often subject to error. I didn't jump. Even if they weren't, and I'm completely wrong, that's okay. In fact, you could be very incorrect about later impressions too. We should not be embarrassed about making mistakes. Making mistakes is natural. It's a part of living, and it's also one of the greatest ways to learn. The way we work is we over error. We make adaptive errors, and then we gotta recorrect them later. You know that thing where it's like, oh, we don't see colors. Colors are just our interpretation of light waves that our brain creates, and like colors don't actually exist. It's just like the light exists, and then colors are like whatever. It's like processing in our brain. Everything is the same way. Anything we look at, anything we see, anyone we know, anything we touch, any interaction we have, it's all a creation. It's all a creation of our brains. And so people might have different creations based on their experience and based on their. I just sidelighted into that. That's my creation. That did. We all interpreted that the same way. That should not have happened. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Basically, if you make a lot of mistakes, don't worry. It's just what happens. That's just life. Oh, you guys want to know something really cool that I learned? Okay. Take a gander at this idea, right? We all know that like when your mom is like pregnant with you, right? What she does affects you. If she eats carrot juice, then you'll like carrot juice when you're born. I am so lucky that interrupted. The Mozart thing, that's kind of like a lie, but you know a lot of the other stuff that has some evidence for it. And it even matters with like stress. Like they did these studies where they made these monkeys like really stressed that were pregnant by playing this noise over and over again. It's like beep beep. Actually, you know, they probably just played one of my videos. And then the babies when they were born were like way more stressed out. They had all these like super antisocial behaviors and all that. It's like literally the HPA axis cortisol transferred into the baby. None of this matters. Basically what the mom does affects the baby. We all know this. But get this, okay? If you don't know, we start from a combination of two like half cells. I don't know if I could say this on YouTube. Susan, she doesn't even work there anymore. I'm just gonna spell it out. SPERM, okay? And then egg is the other one, which if you're Discord, I can't say that, but on YouTube, I should be fine, all right? The mom is the egg, and then the dad is the other one with the tail. And if you don't know, for men, it's like, oh, okay, you constantly create new one of those like every day, and it's like thousands, millions. I don't have a cheese dog. Okay, that worked out. Thank you very much. But for women, you are born with 100% of the supply. You never, ever make more in your entire life. Probably. There might be a caveat. I don't know. But it's like you're just born with 100% of the supply. So if you're seeing the through line here, right? You're born with 100% of the supply that becomes your kid. And what your mother does in the womb directly affects your DNA. Wait, I'm dead. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you're born with 100% of the eggs you will ever have, and whatever happens when your mom is pregnant has a direct effect on you when you're born and your DNA, then that means that your grandmother, whatever she did while pregnant, has not just a side effect from, you know, genetics and passing down to your parents who then pass down to you. No, like literally a direct effect on half of the DNA source that you're getting. Isn't that insane? Like how many of our grandparents lived through a war that like directly affected our DNA? I don't know, maybe nobody else finds this crazy, or maybe this was like common knowledge and I just didn't know, but it's so cool, right? Because the creation of what ends up becoming us is already done by the time our mother is born. Like whatever happened in that process, that's half of us. That's half of what became us eventually. It's fascinating. It's so cool. Anyway, I'm playing Tezuka. Last time when I played against Rayman and then beefed it, I had revenge. So this time, after just beefing, hard-boiled steaking, the last Artemis, this will be the cleanest game yet. You know what? I messed up my dodge. I did GC. I missed. Well, it was a good mindset to have. No, but this stock though, because it really was the last moments of the last stock where I leaped off stage into 2 ground pounds, then mash jump off stage with battle boots. So I think it really is the last moments of this game that will define me. They're not dead. I give up. Back to the real game now. Thank you. Remember when this was supposed to be an even-keeled session where I'm gaining analysis and information about what changed about battle boots and how they feel and working for the future so I can do what I really truly want to do, which is have a more in-depth discussion? Yeah. Shouldn't even say I'm sorry because that would be an empty apology. Please, ground pound. That is 8 strength coming in handy. Also, that new disarming effect is very, very cool. That's something that like long-time players have been asking for a very long time, because we're like, this will probably make things easier for people and it's more accessible, and more effects in Brawlhalla that look good are gonna help with the gameplay experience. I just saved them, I think, and I'm glad that it's in the game now. Well, it's in experimental, because I imagine they want to be careful about not making it too like distracting. If someone's in the middle of a string or something and someone gets disarmed, you don't want to accidentally ruin the string, and so you probably want to make it so that it's not too big of when it's and then too big of an effect, I think is what I was gonna say. I can't know. Well, give me the battle boots. I gotta start playing battle. Also, that's a new angle on the end light. Yeah, I also gotta make a new video about everything that changed other than battle boots, because there's some stuff there. But for now, we're just doing this. Almost caught the jump there. That was a good recovery though. If they jumped, it would have killed. I tried a GC. If you can't handle me at my worst, my rock bottom, then let's be honest, you would probably also hate my best. I can't even pretend like this is an off day, because this is so very clearly self-inflicted by like lack of oxygen, lack of sustenance, lack of hydration, lack of strong adult figures. One of those is a lie. And I actually did eat some lunch today. But yeah, I can't blame the day. I can't blame any extraneous factors, because you know, I could try to slap myself awake and drink a little bit more water and less of something else, and then I would be okay. Hey everyone, how's it going? Doing a bit more of a laid back commentary today. Just playing some battle boots. I want to do some experimentation, because I want to figure out what exactly changed, how it feels, because I have not given it a try since the balance patch. Missing a bit there, which is unfortunate, but hopefully I can get the KO here. Missed once again, and I would like to die. I thought if I gave myself an external reset, I could as well in turn give myself an internal one, but I think all I served to do was give myself a hernia. Give myself some things to work out. That's a Beatles song. We can work it out. You know, they talk about how life is short, and we gotta spend time with... We're not wasting time here, right? Okay, it's just a word soup, if you will. You know, egg soap here's. I mentioned that I recorded another video right before this. This is part of the problem. I used to be able to do like so many in a row, but it's just been so long. I've been wanting to record and make videos, I've just been too busy. So I think it's all this like anticipation has just been built up, and I don't know. I do think that's what it is. You've had those moments where you feel like you're just so hyper and you don't understand why. That's me right now. But instead of physical, it's verbal. It's nonsensical, it's non-practical. That move dropping is not what I wanted to see. I made it back to the stage. This is actually very interesting, because I'm dead. I am alive. Because I go forward with mine, but then they send me backward with theirs. So it's like this interesting active input mix match, crisscross applesauce. Steven Jobbers is a boss of Apple Inc. Was. You see what I'm saying? Why did that? Let me do the alternate download actually. I've like not done that yet today. I was talking all about how I like doing the mix-ups, and then I'm not doing the mix-ups. I gotta like let them come back on the stage there, because I don't want to do it in a weird spot, and then I mix them up there, and then they dodge, and I was not ready. But that would have hit that dodge. I promise you, it would have hit the dodge. I'm alive. You thought I was goner by doing that, but instead my name is Connor Macaroni. Usually I have a window of about 5 to 6 hours per week to record something, because I organize my schedule such that I have Fridays off. My schedule is overloaded in the rest of the days, because I made sure to give myself time in the day to record something in case, you know, servers go down. I still have a bit of a buffer, or there's nobody queuing. At least I can record enough games in that time frame. Am I making good use of that time? Absolutely. My god. Okay, absolutely not is the point that I'm trying to make here. But now I'm in too deep. I gotta keep going here, because gamblers, they quit before when they have big winnings, 96%. And this is clearly a gamble to see if I can wake up tomorrow morning as a normal person, or if this will continue for the rest of my days. 5 to 6 hours to record. Also, pretty generous here. I'm putting off studying for a midterm and a whole assignment to do this right now. So that it's just making the usage of time worse and worse and worse. But that's only on the logistical surface side of things, because I'm enjoying myself, and there appears to be a lot of luck going my direction for not getting comboed there. So I don't have regrets, is I guess what I'm trying to say here. Ooh, you see that? That was reversed. That was nice. Also, you guys want some little tips and tricks? Okay, in the first stock, when I had the Gimp on the Arcadia, right? What if you're in Arcadia's positions? You don't have jumps, you can't make it back, gauntlets just nared you, you're dead, they're probably gonna go for a ground pound. What do you do in that situation? Now, this is a very specific to that situation, because maybe they don't go for a ground pound, and maybe you jumping is actually gonna help you out. But let's say you know they're hungry for it, they're gonna go for the ground pound. The better option to do, and that particular when I had that many jumps, you just fast fall, because they're gonna miss the ground pound, and they don't have enough jumps to make it back. If the Arcadia didn't jump there, I was dead. Also, I have not hit them in the past 30 seconds. Little neat thing there. there, where sometimes trying to fight your way back is actually suboptimal if your opponent is going for something that's a little cheeky. Oh, I did miss my slide charge, but I still hit it. Let's go. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another casual commentary. Today it's gonna be a bit more laid back, and I'm just gonna be playing some Pesca, playing some battle boots, I think is the main thing. And look at that, we picked up some battle boots for ourselves, or should I say, put them on. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another casual commentary here. Today we're playing a bit of Tesca. It's gonna be more laid back than usual. I'm feeling a little bit exhausted, but I do want to experiment and learn a little bit about the battle boots, especially post-change. With all the nerfs and everything, how does it feel now with my gameplay style and everything like that? So I really hope that when Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another casual commentary here, playing against a Magyar. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another casual commentary where it appears I'm able to not quite get a gimp. Maybe I gimp myself. Hey everyone, how's it going? Playing some brawlhalla today. Hopefully I get a mine. I love when I get hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're gonna be playing Tesca and learning a little bit about June 6th, 1944, also known as the invasion. One of my favorite things about brawlhalla, and part of why I've played for so long, is that even if you're playing the longest match in the world, 8 minutes, sudden death, all of that, not only is that like relatively short, also the time that it takes in between a lot of the time, at least if you're not playing ranked, the queues can be really quick and really short. You just can play a lot of games in a row. And I think if this was like a MOBA with 20-30 minute games, I probably don't stick around as long. But the fact that I can just do this over and over again, it's nice. Maybe that's a bad thing though, because it makes it hard to stop when maybe I should. Not that I should right now, clearly. I think I'm doing great. But in general, I have a hard time just stopping and putting an end to things. So maybe one day I'll learn. Right now though, I'm having a blast. It's one of those things where when you're in the moment, when you're having fun, you just don't want anything to stop.